and that would eventually make sure that we reduce the crime in the county once these offenders are released back into the public, but also just in the jail itself. Alone, we've seen these jail deaths, they're violent jail deaths. The inmates, they fight, they do lots of horrific things to each other that doesn't necessarily need to be the case, and it shouldn't be. I think that also, one of my platforms is not one of my platforms, but ensuring and letting the people know that I'm currently forming a transition team. So, if I do have the privilege to be elected to this position, that the people of Fulton County are going to know that there are going to be competent, professional, experienced people coming into that office with me, not people that I'm going to be using to, climb the political ladder, which is exactly what Bonnie did when she got into office. And I think that, every year we've got to hold these people accountable. So, when Bonnie ran for office, she made all these promises and she had her platform just as, like I do. But intermittently, we need to go back to those statements and say, hey, where are we now? Have you done this? Have you reduced that backlog? Have you, made documents, transparent for people who are asking for them? How is the jail, going? Do we have less crime on the streets? All of those things need to be a priority. And I think that having that kind of check and balances system, in the office is 100% necessary going forward.
No, that sounds great. And it's funny, it sounds like you were talking about like diversion programs and making sure that you look at every case, like I said, on a unique level, because not everyone is supposed to be sitting in prison. And I know that as I sit on the Board of Corrections and for the state. So while you'll be looking at the county prisons, when I look at our state, we have a prison called the Metro Reentry that does phenomenal work. And I did a tour. And while I was doing the tour there, it was quite interesting because the tour showed me that they are really putting the work in order to address a lot of the challenges that they are dealing with. One of the inmates gave me the tour or walked me through the prison, and to see them, moving forward, to see them gaining so much traction as it relates to their education and preparing to be reentry into society is really important. So that being said, let's get to the hot topic here, because everyone is talking about your call for the dismissal of the YSL trial. For those who don't know, I'm going to enter a clip here.
Some new criticism, this time from the Republican nominee for Fulton County District Attorney Courtney Kramer. Kramer is calling for the immediate dismissal of the case. She's accusing current Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis of using the trial for media attention rather than pursuing justice.